pleasure to always see you, and and thank you for the great word that you have about me.
No, man, we met. We first building I moved to in South Beach. I was running a gym, and you and your beautiful wife Delia didn't have kids then. You were still without kids. Now you have a one of each, right? So,
Yeah.
but at the time, I remember how you from Italy, you both came here with a dream, and you tell me that I want to have this football team, Miami United, the FC, the soccer team, football club, and you told me all your dreams, man, and I just kept telling you my story, and I said, I will never ever say no to anyone that has a dream as long as they believe in it, but also they have a plan. And you just had this plan, and you were not going to give up, and you just went after everything, and you did the legal thing, had the investors, and it took you a long time. But when you finally did it, man, I was so proud of you. And my father, I got to meet you. My mom got to meet you, and they always talk very highly of you. They loved both of you. Used to have a store in the building.
Likewise, likewise.
In the building that I lived, they used to have it. They used to own a store, and my dad used to come get breakfast every time he came to visit in Miami, and they just loved your love, man. You guys just love on my parents so much, and you just always were just so nice to them, and they just always remember that. My father always they just remember you because of your accent and because of the way you treated them, and I always love that because anybody that respects my parents, man, they're 100% in my life, so. But tell me a little bit about, you come from Italy, you come here, you have this big dream. What made you believe that this could come to pass? What was that like?
Well, at some point in the middle of my way, I was, like you remember, I was going to, to the restaurants business, and before that, in the real estate, before that, in the fashion, before that, I had like I did a lot of things in my life, but probably, something happened in my mind, back in 2012. Um, and I think a mix between passion and maybe to realize my career, since I was a football player. I did play some pro also, but I didn't reach where I was dreamed to arrive. So maybe a lot of things come up, and I had this idea to create this soccer team, right? And little by little, we start as a joke, as a, as a for fun, right? And it took me, it became, a reality in my life, and of course, thanks for the responding on the people, because I think if the people didn't respond in a way they respond, in a way, they were kind of encourage me, kind of give me, motivation. I don't think I was going forward, but since when I start, I put all my passion inside this project, and like I had like some people say, "Hey, Rob, you're the best. You're the number one. You did a good job." And how you do it? And then we're we create something solid, something that I'm very proud. I don't know how I did it, since it's no easy. It's not easy. I know a lot of people that have been trying, to kind of. But it's very difficult, to it's a lot of things, a lot of bumps on the road, like you said before. So, but at the end, we Miami United today is a reality, is a well recognized, well, let's say worldwide.
Yeah,
Since
you're champions.
it's not only, yeah, champions, but because we brought also big players from other countries. So Miami United is a very quality brand. other than a club, other than a team, other than everything else, unfortunately, right now, we're stuck, in the middle of this pandemic. Hopefully, we'll. I'm pretty sure it will be good soon to be back on the field. But little by little, we create the Miami United, and I'm very, very happy that today, I'm here sharing the story with you, and with all the people that are watching.
Amen.
And
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, you got to think about just to think about you're going to create a football team, any kind of team, any kind of sports professional takes a lot of legal stuff. I mean, you have to go through the counties and the states and all the laws and all the other things that happen. Then you have to find a stadium. If you don't have the money to create a stadium, you have to rent a stadium, and you have to find a stadium in Miami, where it's very difficult sometimes. I mean, you went
Yeah.
through all this stuff, and at the end of the day, you were giving the opportunity. I got to meet a lot of your players, and what I found out it was that you guys were very good about becoming a family, and it was your dream to bring these people that were
That's
maybe
our philosophy. That's
yes,
our philosophy. I mean, who's coming to our club? He's different from all the clubs. We're first of all, we're a family. We'll select the right person to be in that family, and like it's Miami United. Is a team that we are also have we're doing things in the field, but also outside the field. We're doing
correct.
a lot of interaction with the community. We have the autism soccer, which we are very
Yes,
proud that we are doing something for kids with special needs, and we're doing we're kind of but we still have to grow up, of course. We still have to improve ourselves, and make the best every day, every single day. We would like to do even more and more.
absolutely. When you think about someone that got injured, somebody that was kicked off a team, somebody that might have just maybe had a bad year and got cut, and you started going through these list of people, and I remember having these conversations with you. I said, David, I got this guy and this guy and this guy, and you were bringing stars that at some point they were really, really stars, or even at the beginning of their career, something happened to them, but you were able to give them the second chance. And that was one of the things that I really admired about you, because you did your due diligence and you did your homework on these players, and you started saying, I'm going to bring him here, but David, they have, this guy has this issue and that issue, and you knew everything about these people. And then you decided, okay, I'm going to give this person a chance, that person a chance. And I remember the year, just a few years ago, when you were undefeated. And I remember just talking to you, and you were like, David, we're undefeated. You got to come to the game. You got to come to the game. And
You were scared
I was
because
scared. Yeah,
you were
because
scared because we were going to lose.
I didn't want to jinx it. I was like, wait, you're winning, you're winning. I don't want to jinx it. And I remember that that finally on the championship game, you guys, I said, okay, I'll be there. And I came in there. You guys did a huge event. There was a concert after the game and all these kind of things. And I was like, okay, great, let's go. And I got a chance to speak. And I tell you the way I never really rehearse a speech. I speak from the heart, and it just reminded me of when I play sports. I literally, my coach would say, you're play like you can relax a little bit. And I had this thing from when I was a kid that was the same thing that was able to help me through cancer, which was go all out every practice, every game like it's your last. You never know when you're going to get injured. You never know when something like this is happening, that you're not going to be able to play for a while. You never know, and you take things for granted. And I was so grateful, because it was so hard for me, Robert, to even be able to be on a team. I had to work extra hard. So when I finally got on the team, it was one of those things that I was like, I'm going to show them even at practice how, I'm going to give it all out. And that's what I saw in your team, and I felt like giving them that message to never take it for granted, because it took such a hard work. People don't understand. I got to see you. I got to witness you get to live your dream and fulfill it. And I tell you, I know how hard it must have been. All the phone calls and all the times that people said no, 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 no. And then finally it comes to pass. You win a championship, you go undefeated. And then all the community work you do is was really brought soccer to Miami. And people can say whatever, but all I remember is Roberto Sacca, Miami United, FC. That's all I remember. I don't know the other teams. I only know yours. And when Beckham came to Miami, I always said, well, this is because of Roberto Sacca. I don't care what anybody else says, but there's something to...
He came right after us.
Yes, he came after you, but I always say you because, like you said, people in Miami know you. We know you personally. We get to see you smile. We get to see your wife and your kids, and and what a blessing. I mean, I'm so happy. God's blessed you in such a way with a beautiful family and your dream. And I know Miami United is not done. I know there's something else that you guys are going to add to the soccer, to the football clubs in the state of Florida. And I know it's going to be something big. I just believe it. Miami has a space for that. We can do basketball. We could do football. We could do soccer. We could do even baseball.
There's a space for everything in Miami. There's a space for everything, every sports, and we're very happy, to not only be the team from the city, but the team of the community.
Yes.
L'equipo del pueblo. No?
Sí, señor.
The team of the people.
Yes.
So basically, we treated everybody in the same way. We have till I'm managing the club, it will be we open to everybody. We open the door to everybody, supporters, sponsors, and players, and everything.
No, you have done a great job, and listen, to be known. If I say soccer in Miami, people know Miami United, and that to me it says a lot. But more importantly for me, I'm just blessed to know you from the beginning. I got a chance to see you from the beginning, and that is what I hope that I continue to share through every platform that I have, is to let people know, man. You see the outcome, you see the championship, you see the seasons, you see all the great things that are happening now. You see Beckham coming into Miami, but people don't know the whole story.
As I said, listen, I tell you some funny thing. The Miami United, right now is like my third son. It's like a son. Basically, it's like, I have Gabriel, I have Francesca, and I have Miami United, which is a little strange, but
no, it's your baby. It's all your baby.
It's a baby, and so I put all my effort to the Miami United to kind of trying to do the best for the entity.
Yes, absolutely. So Roberto, one thing about this show is really about, especially this season of our lives that we're on this quarantine, and one thing that I ask every guest is to give me one word that gives them the push, drive, the hope, whatever. It could be a made-up word. It could be something just as simple as faith. It could be whatever. But one word that gets you up every morning and gives you that belief that no matter what happens, you're going to get this accomplished. You're a man of faith like I am. We know that for a fact. But what is one word and the meaning of that word for you? Because, Robert, you know this. There's a lot of people today that never have accomplished their dream. Never even got started in the dream.
I got the right word.
Okay.
And the right word is passion.
Passion.
With the passion, basically, you put everything, the passion is the right word in this case, because everything you do with passion, you will make your dream happen. Basically, if you want to make your dream happen, put the passion that you made it.
Amen.
you will see your goal.
Amen. Well, listen, it's always a blessing seeing you. Say my best to your wife Delia, and your kids are gorgeous. Of course, Italian, but
Italian American.
yes,
Italian
but
American.
and I wish all your family the best and to be safe. Your family at home and your family here in the U.S. as well. And I cannot wait to give you another hug, my friend, very soon.
Me
And
too, man. Hopefully soon.
to attend another game, and I need a New Jersey, of course. But as I finish the show, and I thank Roberto for giving me the time today, in his word of passion, of course, it's really what my life has always been about. I've been passionate about many things. The one difference is that I've actually believed in that passion that would turn into purpose. I would turn that passion into something, and I would believe in it so much that people thought I was crazy. Well, I can know firsthand that I know a lot of people probably thought Roberto Sacca was crazy too when he said, I'm going to bring a football team to Miami. Well, I tell you, today they are a community team. They are the lifeline of South Florida. And more importantly, they have brought so much attention to South Florida. Not only what he does on the field, like he says with all his players and giving them second chances, sometimes third chances, and putting them back in the pros, but also bringing celebrities down here to really acknowledge that Miami does have enough space for soccer. And more importantly, what he does for the community of autism, what he does for kids with special needs. It's really admirable to think of somebody that I got to meet, and just because we lived in the same building, and just we had these amazing just conversations about dreams as I share my story with them, and all of a sudden I get to see and witness his dream come true. One of my favorite days will always be in that locker room giving that speech. And I did it with passion because, as Robert said, that's his word, passion. So I hope today, when you listen to his word, passion, and you listen to the story, and you go online and look at what Miami United has accomplished in less than a decade, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the word passion and find out what is your passion in your life, and just don't ever give up. I hope that message gave you some hope today. And more importantly, I'll leave you like the message that I say all the time. Find hope, have faith, and live every day with purpose. This has been Life Changes for Life, and today's Life Changer, Roberto Sacca.